Hello! In this brief video, we'll walk through how to enable activity completion settings in eClass. Completion settings help learners stay on track and give you a clear view of their progress. They can be enabled for graded activities like discussion forums, assignments, and quizzes, as well as resources like pages, URLs, or files. There are two options instructors have for enabling activity completion. Depending on your needs, you can allow students to manually mark items in the course as completed, or set up conditions that the student must meet in order for the activity or resource to be marked as done. Activity completion settings can also be used in conjunction with restrict access settings. This is helpful when you want to ensure that students have completed a specific activity before being able to progress to another course material. Setting up activity completion is quick and intuitive. Let's take a look at a few examples. To get started, open your course and switch Edit mode on. With editing turned on, you can now update settings for any activity or resource. Select the Edit menu for the activity or resource in your course that you wish to enable activity completion settings for. Click Edit Settings. On the Settings page, scroll down to Completion Conditions. In this example, let's allow students to manually mark the item as done. Scroll down and click Save and Return to Course. Back on the course page, you'll notice that students now have the option to manually mark the item as done. Now let's take a look at a graded activity. Click the Edit menu for the activity and click Edit Settings. Scroll down to Completion Conditions. Here you can choose for the students to manually mark the activity as done. However, if you want to set up conditions for that completion, click Add Requirements. This is a discussion forum, so the conditions are prescribed for that type of activity. If you are requiring students to post an original reply, as well as 2 replies to peers, you would select Start Discussion and Post Replies. We are going to make this 2 replies. When you're ready, scroll down and click Save and Return to Course. Now next to this activity, you'll see the activity completion conditions. Students will have to start at least 1 discussion and post 2 replies. If any kind of activity completion settings are enabled in your course, you will be able to view an activity completion report. From under your course banner, select Reports. Then click Activity Completion. Any activity that has activity completion settings enabled will appear here along with a list of your students. Items that are checked mean the student has met the conditions or manually selected it as done. Instructors are also able to manually check items as done on behalf of students here. Try enabling completion settings in your course to make learning more structured and engaging. Thanks for watching.